Hello everyone. I'm Nirali Dagli, saying hello to everyone from Calvrex Public School, Ghatlodia, Ahmedabad. So today we are going to talk about how do we keep ourselves happy during this such testing times. I guess we all are going through a mixed bag of feelings just now. Uh, you are either very happy, sometimes very bored, sometimes very frustrated, maybe irritable, or a lot of mixed bag of feelings going on. And as parents, we also understand that what kind of trauma we are going through and how we are going to help our kids get through this is a big challenge for all of us. So if I ask you something, uh, you can just put it up in the chat box if you are there, that I have a few feelings put up here. So can you just relate yourself that how are you feeling today? Either this, maybe this, or maybe this. I am feeling something like this today. Why? Because I have put up my time in a way that I am able to spend happy times with my family. And similarly, we are going to talk what we can do so that our kids feel happy, we feel happy while at home, how we can help our kids get through this times of trauma, fear, anxiety, and a lot of things that are going through our minds these days. So I just have a few things to share with you, because as I have also observed that this kind of a trauma or this kind of things we have never gone through in our life, then how about our kids? Do you think they have also ever seen? No. So if we are finding it difficult to adjust this kind of sudden change in our life, how do our kids change? So, and as elders, it's our responsibility to help them get through this kind of times and also get to sail through in a very beautiful way, that they do not live this time with a lot of fear, lot of anxiety. What next? How are we going to survive? Because I understand the kind of news, the kind of WhatsApp messages, what all has been sharing, and there is a lot of fear in the air. It's fine to be fearful, but yes, at times this fear is not the right one. So we can do a simple set of things with our kids, with ourselves, which would help us to spend a lovely time with our kids, and in fact it would become a memorable time. We really hope and we wish that we never have to go through such a kind of lockdown trauma again in our lifetime, or nor do our kids, because this is not something that is because of a celebration. It is something where the entire world is facing a problem. So we do not want such problems to come up again. But when it has come, let's accept it as it is. It's not under our control, so let's accept it. But yes, what is under our control is to make these times more happier. It is very important that we enjoy, we let our kids enjoy, and make the most out of this timing. So if I start with very small things, I guess you all are having a lot of anxiety in your routine or in your daily life nowadays, because the routine is disrupted. There was a special routine, very special routine. Everybody used to get up early morning, get ready for work, for school, for office, and get back to go to work, come back. Lunch timings, dinner timings, your breakfast timings, everything was set, and all of a sudden it has come to a stop. So it's very important that even during such times, today is almost day 15 of our disrupted routine. So my request to everyone is, please do not break up your routines. Yes, I understand we don't need to have a hectic routine like we used to have. In fact, we enjoy a routine, we make a routine which makes us feel happy. So, because if you look at the psychology of a child also, when there's nothing to do for them, they are much more into, like, I have a headache, I feel very lazy, I don't feel like doing anything. This kind of things will come very easily for a child, or maybe in us. So if we are busy with something or the other, if we have got something in our hands to do, we have a purpose to get up in the morning, it will make our life much more happier. So please set up a routine for the kids and yourself. That will, and a routine for yourself, of course, it is always going to be example for the kids. You may not get up early morning 5 o'clock, fine, it's not necessary, but yes, have a proper routine time of getting up, having breakfast with the family, having work together, all this, and then maybe you can plan out some kind of beautiful activities for your kids, some mindful activities which I'm going to talk later in this, that how it is going to help the kids. So this all is something that if you have a routine for your child, it will not lead to a lot of anxiety, it will not lead to a lot of frustration, boredom, which is usually observed in the kids nowadays. Usual question after every 10 minutes, I guess a child must be asking, what next? I am getting bored, what should I do? And so finally they end up just playing video games, looking at TV, and looking at something which is not very useful, which is not going to lead to any kind of fruitfulness to them in the further. So it's better we plan out some nice lovely activities. At that same time, this is the best time to teach our kids as well as ourselves that how can everybody be a part of household work. It's very important that household work is always not to be done only by the female of the family. So this has given us a wonderful opportunity that when we all share the household work, it makes us happy, gives wonderful values to the kids, and the kids also start learning it. So helping each other, that's a great value that we can put in our students and in our kids. So it's very important that a shared responsibility in the family is always going to create a wonderful atmosphere in the house. See, one person getting at work all the time, naturally that person will get tired and will feel frustrated, and others also do not have anything much to do. So it's better we share our jobs and we help each other keep happy about it. That's very, very important. And nowadays our students, our kids are moving out of their houses for studies and for various purposes. So they are always going to be exposed to this kind of condition where they have to do everything on their own. So why not this time? Better we utilize this time to teach our kids that how they can be doing their own jobs on their own. Simply washing their own dishes, or simply laying down the table for dinner, and those simple jobs. Even they can learn how to cook along with their moms. Why not? They can learn how to mop the floor. So this is all really going to help us and our kids at home, and to create a very happy atmosphere. And a kind of irritability that is created in elders because they are not able to go out, they are not able to socialize as usual. I think this is the time that we have got to get more social with our own self and with our kids. So being social with them means playing games with them, spending much more time with them. It's very important. What kind of games do you play with your kids nowadays? Have you really played a game with them last? I guess when our child must have been 2 or 3 years old, we must have last played snakes and ladders or Ludo with them. But now, so can we not play games with our teenagers and elder kids? Yes, we can. Let's get back to, suppose if Doordarshan can show Ramayana and our elders are very happy, why don't we teach our kids playing simple card games or a simple Scrabble with them and spend good time? You never know that out of all this, you may find out some hidden talents in your own child, maybe in yourself. So, this will also help you unwrap the lot of hidden talents that you have and your kids have. Maybe they may have a better insight into what is happening, what kind of, and at some point of time in this rush of life, we have all lost almost touch with everybody. Like we as a family have not been sitting together, talking, sharing a lot of things. How do I feel? The way I have asked you today, that how do I feel? Tell me the truth. How many of you are really able to relate yourself to this, or actually accept it that yes, I am not feeling good today. I am having a question mark. What to do? So this kind of things will be solved out if we are spending good time with our kids, and we are spending in very very valuable insights you will get into it, that how you are going to be bonding with your kids, because today everybody is so busy in their routines that there is not enough time to bond with your own kids. So this is the best time we can use it. We can have lovely routine for them, that yes, this is the time we'll all finish the household course. We will sit and play games at this time. We will watch a lovely old some classic movie with the kids. So there can be so many things that can be done with the kids, and I'm sure the kids will learn tolerance out of all this, because if they learn to accept the situation as it is, it always leads to tolerance. Once, and as we are all knowing that these days the biggest problem we are facing is non-tolerance, because the teenagers of the kids from the age of 5 have stopped getting tolerant. There is no tolerance. They are not able to accept changes easily. They are not able to accept the situations as they are. So it's very very important that if we as elders accept the situation in the right way, we are able to teach our kids, be role models to accept the situation, increase their tolerance, and this will help them as when they grow up. So this will be at the best time they will remember when they grow up, because these are the best value added days to them. So creating this all kind of atmosphere at home will help them create good atmosphere. It will make you happy, your kids happy, and then if you are happy at the end of the day, you also feel that okay, I had a good day. Though many of us are working from home, fine that, but still during in that also there can be a routine which can be set, where can be a time in which we can be spending with our students, with our babies, with our kids. A small baby, maybe a 1-year-old, maybe a 10-year-old, or maybe a 18-year-old, because everyone is in the same boat right now. Maybe us, or maybe our two kids, they also have a lot of anxiety. They are also looking at so much of news and so much of information being given. So in this information being given, even they are not sure what is correct, what is not. So let's not get into all that. There are people, there are known authorities to work on all this. Our job is to keep ourselves safe by staying at home. But at home, of course, let us keep ourselves happy. Then only we are utilizing the time perfectly well with our kids. Because I guess this kind of time is never going to come back. And I really hope it never comes back. So let's use it in the best way that we can do with our kids. And I had just recently come across a beautiful quote. It's essential that your house is clean, but not necessary it's neat always. So allow your kids to explore various things, explore hands-on activities. Let them be cutting old newspapers, making collages, making beautiful drawings, just scribbling them. You may be a part of it. So this are very little things where you do not even need to a lot of resources. You may just have to stay home, be at home, use the resources that are lying here and there in your shelves, and can be making beautiful paintings, collages, or whatever. And the maybe the kids may be doing some experiments at home, like for example, whether you just pick up a eraser and ask them in a glass of water, does this deep, does this is it sinking or is it floating on it? Very simple things, but it is going to teach them life lessons. And at the same time, it's also going to make you happy that you contributed in making your child happy. So as parents, I'm right now talking to you as basically as a parent. It's very important that we as parents take the responsibility at this time to keep a very happy atmosphere at home. It's most important, because if we are not taking the responsibility, our child is always going to suffer out of anxiety, out of frustration, boredom. So because we are their role models, and it's important that we create an atmosphere for them where there is always a positive attitude for any kind of change that is coming in our life. Because see, this is not under our circle of influence. We are not able to influence the situation outside our house, but yes, we can help by influencing that situation by keeping ourselves inside the house, and in a very good way. Instead of cribbing about things, oh my god, I'm into the house, I'm not able to go out, and this is not available in the market, this people is not doing good, what is it going to help us? Let us better be there, that yes, this time I'm going to spend with my family, I'm going to create very memorable days, and maybe after years long, the kids may be able to tell their own kids that this was what we had suffered, and this is how beautifully we spent our time. The way we listened from our grandparents, that during the time of emergency this had happened and we used to do this, we used to do that. Probably they never had social media that time, they did not have so many options like us, still they never had any issues. Why do we have then? In fact, we are more lucky in this time. At that same time, very unfortunate also that there is like flooding of information that is happening. So we are confused what to pick up and what not. So let's leave it that to the other people. Let's do our bit. Let's spend time. Let's do our jobs, maybe online or in whatever way we are able to do, along with a family. So I guess mothers, fathers, grandparents, and they are all going to become role models in these days, where students do not have a clarity what to do next. If we have something nicely lined up for them, have some mindful activities. So I was talking about mindful activities, that will help them develop good attitude in life. So this mindful activities may not be some great things. As I said, some simple science experiment, or maybe something wherein you are patching in them. That will help them understand that when there is an emergency, when there is a problem, a family is always together. And a family works together, they will always develop a value, they'll have a feeling, which nowadays everybody has been saying that my kids are not respecting me. This, that, a lot of cribbing I usually hear from the parents, that the kids do not listen to them, they do not listen for the screen time. So instead of, if we create an atmosphere at home where they don't need to go to the screen again and again, I think that would help everybody. You will be also happy, your kids also will be happy. So maybe this is how you can help your kids in a good way. And before I would say that I would wrap up. It's always very not important to be a strict parent. You can always be happy, smiling at your child. The kids may be making mistakes, maybe you're not liking something they are not doing. So what? Accept it. Let it be. Sometimes the kids also need to be what they are. So let them be what they are. Accept them, and slowly you can make them understand in the nicest way that yes, this was not correct and this is how it could have been. This will create a lovely atmosphere in the house, because we often say that kids and adolescents, basically, or the mini adolescents, they keep shouting at their back, or they answer back their parents, because this all comes from us. Now this is the time when we are all together in the house for 24 hours. Nobody is moving out of the house. So where are they? Whom are they observing? Do you think they are observing only the news? No. We are observing us as parents and grandparents and elders, elder brothers and sisters. If we yell at each other, they are also going to learn the same. If we do not read books, they are also going to do the same. If we do not do anything, just lie down, lazing down on in front of a screen or doing nothing, they will also do the same. So let's create a beautiful routine for ourselves and for our students, our kids, wherein a lot of nice things are involved, and you have still almost a week more to do nice things with them. That you spend time in nice games, plan out a different game every. There's nothing wrong in playing a snakes and ladders with an 18-year-old. Try to imagine the old days, and help them create a good tolerant attitude and behavior, which helps them to grow up as positive individuals. Most important is positive approach. If you all have seen a session day before yesterday where Miss Megashri was talking about mental health, this is what I'm talking about. Again, I'm talking in a layman's language as a mother, that this is all going to lead to a very good mental health of a child and yourself also, because it will help you to develop a good attitude, a good emotional bond, and emotional quotient will develop in this way. In this way, emotional intelligence works. So my request to all of you is, please bond with the kids in a most positive way, have a good positive attitude, have a good approach, plan your day in such a way that you don't have to say there's nothing to do. In fact, I would say that I have enough to do for my day and with my kids. So and I'm enjoying that what I'm doing. Then it's going to be a wonderful time spent with your family, and we really wish that this all is passed on very quickly. We are all back to normal life very quickly, but which is not under our control, let's leave it to the experts. What is under our control is the best thing is, let's do what is our bit, and this will help us. But still, if anybody has any question, can put up in the chat. I would like to answer it. And along with that, I will also just share that today evening also we have a special session with specialized counselors. So in case you have some questions, you would like to check with the specialized counselors, then also you can please go on it. But I'm also there. I'll just give one more minute. If anybody wants to ask a question, I'll be happy to be a part of it. You can put it up in the chat, and I would try to reply. Anybody would like to ask something? Okay, so I guess there are no chats coming. So I would like to wrap it up saying, all stay happy, stay at home, stay safe, and allow others also to be happy around you. Create a wonderful, happy atmosphere at home. Thank you.